Good day everyone, this is Alex Chu from IDEC. So in previous tutorial we have showed you guys how to bring the distance measurement data from one unit of SE2L display on a HG task screen. So in this tutorial we're going to show you guys how to do the same thing, but instead of one piece of SE2L we are going to show you how to bring data from two pieces of SE2L laser scanner and display on the same screen. The communication protocol we are going to use between the two pieces of SE2L laser scanner and our HG task screen will be the same as previous tutorial, which is the user communication protocol. And I'm going to use the sample program generated by previous tutorial in today's tutorial. So if you guys have any question on how to create this sample program, you can always refer back to the previous tutorial. Okay? The first step of the configuration, of course, is to always key in the communication detail of SE2L into this task screen setting. So where can we find the setting or the configuration? So we can always find them in this project setting window. So we have to go to this communication interface tab. Alright, so previously when we are using one SE2L to communicate with this HD task screen, we already configured user communication 1. So in this tutorial, since another SE2L laser scanner come in, so we have to insert additional user communication, which we call user communication 2. Alright, and let's say the IP address of the second SE2L is 192.168.0.11, so make sure there is no conflict with the previous SE2L. And in terms of port number, it's always remain the same, 10940, which is the default port number. Comes with a new unit of SE2L laser scanner. Alright, so after we have inserted this communication detail of all the SE2L to be communicating with this HG task screen, so the next step is to go to user communication tab. So you can see that previously in user communication 1 we have already pre-configured this GD1 protocol inside. So this GD1 protocol actually you can request from IDEC. We do have a pre-configured library for you guys to just copy and paste into your program. Okay, you make your setting and configuration much easy. So this time around, when inserting the protocol for the second unit of SE2L laser scanner, we are going to repeat exactly the same step. So how we can do, let's highlight the user communication 2 and then open protocol manager, highlight this GD1, press OK. So you can see that now protocol GD1 has been copied and used by user communication 2. Alright, but I believe you notice one thing. So the protocol memory address being used between user communication 1 and 2 right now, they are exactly the same. Okay, so we can't let this happen. So let us make some changes. Before that, let us rename this protocol name first. For user communication 2, let us name it GD2. Okay, and then under this user communication 2, we have TXD command and RXD command. Okay, so for the TXD command, in terms of the condition, right, so let us change the triggering condition from 1001 to 1011. So this means when this LM1011 bit memory is turning on, the racing edge will trigger this GD command to be sent from HG task screen to SE2L to request for distance measurement data. Okay, so once this command sent to SE2L, so we need to have a memory to indicate this process has been completed. So let's change the LM1000 to LM1010, for example. Okay, and the status wise, whether the command sent successfully or not. Okay, the status, let us use LDR1000. Okay, you guys can simply use any memory address that is not being used in other places. Okay, all right, so that's all. Okay, press OK. And for the RxD wise, we also have to make some simple changes to avoid conflict with GD1. Okay, so again, this RxD is to receive the distance measurement data from SE2L. Okay, so when all the data has been received, it shall be reflected in this device address. So we should change this 1020 to 1030, let's say, and the status. So whether all of them has been received or nothing has been received, okay, it shall be reflected in a data register. Let us use LDR1020. Okay, and this data, under this data list window, okay, so we also have to use different memory address. Okay, right, because all this 4000 LDR 4000 something has been used in GD1 already. So let us change it. Okay, so we are going to change from 4000 to 1000. Okay. Okay, let us change one by one. Okay. Okay, let us change all of them from 4000 to 1000, and this is how it looks like after all of them has been changed. Okay, so after we have made sure all of them has been changed correctly, we can just press enter. We can just okay. That's all the setting needed in project setting window. All right, so next we are going to proceed with script manager, because we need to have additional script to process the data coming from the second unit of SE2L laser scanner. Okay, so if you remember, in the previous tutorial we imported these two library or scripts, okay, which written by IDEC. So again, for this time around, for the second unit of SE2L, you don't need to rewrite or request the script from us again. So what you can do is simply duplicate these two scripts. So how you can duplicate them? Okay, basically only script decodes, SCIP decode script and raw straight line script need to be duplicated for second unit of SE2L, whereas this sine and cos SE2L data, you don't need to duplicate them. All right, so let us duplicate this SCIP decode first. Okay, pretty easy to do. Just copy all the content inside the script, highlight all of them, Control C, okay, and then add additional script. Okay, the script ID probably we call it 202. Okay, and the script name we call it exactly the same, SCIP decode. Okay, SE2L2. Okay, and then in the under content here, just paste all of them. There is one thing you need to take note, which is the data type. Okay, if you are not sure what was the data type just now, just press OK and then come here to double check again. Okay, it should be 16 unsigned words. All right. Okay, let's go back here, and okay, you can see that the data coming from second unit of SE2L shall be stored in LDR 1000 something. So we have to change this LDR 4000 something, all of them, change it to 1000 something. Okay, so how can we change this effectively and fast? We can actually make use of this replace button. Find what? let's say let me find LDR space 4, change all of them to LDR space 1. Okay, right. Place yes to all. Okay, so you can see that all of them has already been changed. Okay, and all right, so you can see that in this script also it used LDR 5000 something. So that means after the distance measurement data from second unit of SE2L has been calculated and processed, decoded, it is stored in LDR 5000. So again, we cannot use 5000 because it has already been used in the existing script. So what we need to do here is to change LDR 5000 to another LDR. Let us change it to LDR 7000. Okay, again, use this replace function button. LDR 5, change it to LDR 7. Okay. Okay, yes to all, then you can see all of them has been changed fast. Okay, right. Double check, and that's all. Click OK. Alright, the next script that we are going to duplicate for SE2L number 2 is this draw straight line script. Okay, so let us repeat again the same step, but please take note for this script, the data type being used is unsigned 32 bits. Okay, so let us copy all the content in this script, copy all of them, highlight, Control C, okay. And let's add a new script. Let us call it script ID is 203 and script name, okay, for example, draw straight line SE2L2. Okay, data type important and size 32-bit, and then this is the content. Okay. So there are actually a few things need to be changed in this script. Okay, first of all, of course, is the LDR 5000. We should change all of them LDR space 5, change all of them to LDR space 7. So use replace LDR 5, change to LDR 7. Okay, yes to all. Alright, you can see all of them has already been changed. And then next is the center point of the circle, the radar to be drawn on the screen. Okay, so you can see that actually this is the center point of the radar. Okay, being drawn on the screen for the first SE2L. Okay, so this is the x coordinate, which is 260. This is the y coordinate, which is 300. Okay, so if let's say we are going to draw another radar at the right hand side. Okay, so let us do a quick change on this coordinate. So let us use 780 for x coordinate, while the y coordinate remain as 300. Okay, same level. Okay, so again, let us find how many 260 over here. We have to change all of them to 780. You can see quite many of them in this script. Okay, so don't need to headache, just use replace, change 260, all of them to 780. Okay, yes to all. Alright, so all of them has already been changed. Okay. Other than center point of the radar, there is one last thing we need to change, because actually when we are drawing a radar on the screen, we are getting a help of a rectangle to make the whole finishing on the screen, whole display of the radar on the screen look nice. So we actually make use of this rectangle instruction, rectangle function. Okay, so some coordinate of this rectangle shall be changed according to the center point of the radar as well. Okay. So all this reading is corresponding to the first radar on the left. So while we are drawing another radar on the right, okay, so let's change this coordinate to 580 and this coordinate to 800. 59. Okay, I will not explain in detail because we are going to have another tutorial to guide you guys how to relocate the radar from one location to another location nicely. Okay, in that tutorial we will talk about this rectangle. Okay, right. So after you have changed the coordinate to make sure it is this rectangle is surrounding the radar nicely. Okay, we can close this script. Okay, click OK. Right, and close. Okay. Now we have all the script ready, so it's time to call all of them out. Okay, but how to call all of them out? So we can actually duplicate what we have done for the first SE2L distance measurement data. Okay, the radar for the first SE2L, which is to use all these scripts, multi-commands. Okay, or to use all these multi-command. All right. So, okay, if you still remember, the first multi-command basically is to initialize the value by calling script for 104 and 105. So we don't need to duplicate this multi-command for the second SE2L. So what we need to do is just to duplicate the rest of the three multi-command. Okay, let's put it here so that everybody know this tree is for the second SE2L. Okay, radar. All right. Okay, there is one thing on the multi-command of first SE2L that we need to do. So if you still remember in this last multi-command, okay, we do set this LM1001. Okay, at the end of all these multi-command, we will look this. We initialize the whole process by turning on LM1001. Okay, so that it will recall or reactivate all the multi-command. Okay, so since for this example, we instead of continue to call the second multi-command, we would like to call the first multi-command for the second SE2L. So in this case, we can no longer set LM1001. Instead, we should set what we have defined in the user communication tab under project setting window just now. So let us change this LM1001 to LM1011. Okay. Okay, so that at the end of this multi-command, it will initialize the GD command to be sent to the second unit of SE2L. Okay, by turning on LM1011. All right. Okay, after that, for this multi-command, so let us change this to LM1011. Okay, this one change it to LM1010. Okay, LM1010. All right, so the purpose and function of all this memory I'm not going to explain in this tutorial, because you guys can still refer back to the previous tutorial to know the detail, the function of all these device addresses, what they do. Okay, so similarly for the second multi-command of second SE2L. Okay, let us change this LM1021 to LM1031. This one changed to 30, and this one changed to 30 also. And for the last multi-command, okay, so this script, instead of 102, we should call 202. And instead of 103, we should call 203, because 202 and 203 are the script in charge for the data coming from SE2L number 2. Okay, And for this turning on of LM1001, we can let it be as it is, because at the end of this multi-command, it should set this LM1001 so that the whole process restart again to reactivate all the script one by one, to reactivate all the multi-command one by one. Okay, and this LM1021, we change it to LM1031. Same goes to this condition. All right, so that's all. Okay, we can save the project file and then download this project file to the actual unit to see how it works. So we expect when this project file is downloaded into the HG task screen, which is connected to 2xSE2L, okay, when we press this start scanning button, okay, it's going to display both radar, okay, from both SE2L laser scan.